Over the Edge on May 31st from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. There's a long 6-man tag with DX taking on the Nation. Let's pull this one up.
All right.
We're going to watch this.
Well, Dogg made his way back up to his feet. Going for
In
a
the ring
sunset.
with Kama Mustafa right there, the man that you're a little bit
That
afraid
I was afraid of. I
He's
elbowed
gonna
him really gently so he wouldn't knock my head off. But here comes D'Lo in there. And look, I think some of the critique was, and maybe it was from the earlier one, was the crowd didn't like it so much. I do think it's because we were both kind of heel factions, and nobody really knew what to do. You know what I mean? As far as cheering and booing, nobody knew what to do. And so
This one had a little sloppiness when I watched back. D'Lo overshot that moonsault a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, there was some things that would make people go like, okay.
And it is what it is. I mean, he's up there. He
yeah.
has so much. So that's one of my favorite moves. That just huge jumping back senton off the ropes.
I also want to know, like, what was he going to do if I'd have stayed there? Just land on me like that?
Absolutely. Crush you.
It would have crushed me.
Break your xiphoid process.
Yes. So this is Mustafa, D'Lo, and Owen with Mark Henry on the outside against me, Billy, and Hunter.
Yep.
Oh,
And this match goes 18 and a half minutes.
Holy mackerel. And so they got heat on me. So we took our time. And also, we're kind of both heel units. You get heat on one of those guys that you're not sure you care about. It gets boring if you stay in that heat for a while. And see, then we do the babyface thing and make a hot tag. And Billy's coming back and beating everybody up so much. He's just killing people.
Oh, huge back drop.
Oh.
He kept his hands out of it, kept him safe, but he was going up.
I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Oh, me and Owen are over there. Me and Owen are over there trying to do nothing. Like, Owen, what do you want to do?
So in the craziness of the Attitude Era and selling stories and trying to create this competitive vibe, Jim Ross on commentary tried to emphasize the youth in the WWF, and he brought up that D'Lo is in his early 20s, but he was actually like 29 at this point. And then it said that you were in your 20s and you were maybe, I think it says 32 at this point.
Yeah, at least.
The crowd starts their chanting of boring.
I think it was Doreen was what they chanted. Doreen,
yes.
You go over the top. Now you're back in.
Or was it Jolene? Jolene.
Oh.
And then Owen comes in, drops the elbow, makes the save.
It hits the pedigree on Hunter onto the tag title.
Yes.
Oh. With his own finish. And then tops him for the big victory.
Yep, big victory, big finish.
X-Pac was almost there. Oh, X-Pac was in our corner in China too.
So when you're in a match where you do get boring chants,
yeah.
What does that do to you as a performer? Is it hard to stay focused, or you can push that out and stay on track?
No, it bothers you.
Yeah.
And if somebody says it doesn't, then I think they're not being genuine with you. Because look, it's you out there performing, and the last thing you want to be is boring.
Yeah.
But I don't know the intricacies of this, like why we went 18 minutes on a TV match.
And
that
this
was unheard
and this was
of.
the 7th match on the pay-per-view. Austin was coming up next.
Oh, was this a pay-per-view?
Yeah, this was Over the Edge pay-per-view. So
wow.
Do you think the fans at this point just wanted to get to Austin?
Probably.
And maybe if your match was earlier in the card, it could have had a better result?
Maybe. And look, those are the things you never know. Those are the... I just spit right in the camera, and you're welcome. You don't even have to pay any extra for that. I apologize. But, yeah, so what were we talking about again? I'm sorry.
I mean, if you move the match earlier in the card.
Right. Those are the things you never know, and those are the things that are the most subjective, is like card order. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, this is a tough spot. I think they looked at it as like a semi-main spot for us.
Yeah.
I think it painted an uphill battle for us, especially at 18 minutes. Dang, you know what I mean? That's a long time. I didn't think I ever wrestled 18 minutes in my life, but I had 2 people helping me, thank God. So yeah, I'm lost again.
No,
So
it's
good.
okay. I don't even know if I need to hit it on this one. We'll save it. We're not
Okay,
distracted.
yeah.
We're through this period and up to late June. Would you classify DX as a tweener group then? Because you're making the transition at this point.
Yeah, I think so. Look, it was no doubt that they got with us when we said our thing. But for a while, and this period of time was during that while, they popped for everything we said
Right.
and booed for everything we did. And so there was a time when they were still, where we're kind of still heels. But this rivalry right here is the one that kind of sent it over the edge and made us the baby faces in the long run.
Yeah, because it's interesting. Because on TV, it's clear you guys are faces with the reactions, but then on the house shows, the Outlaws are in the heel role against LOD 2000 most nights, or in multiple man matches, and sometimes against Austin, who's the top face in the company.
Yeah, well, and you can see, like, I didn't change any way I worked with any of them. That's what we did, as I was eye poking and gouging, and you know what I mean? So it was just, they just did some stuff behind the ref's back, but then China did some stuff behind the ref's back also. So I think we were just trying to find our way. We were all still heels, but this whole, like I said, this whole rivalry is what really sent us into the baby face direction.
Do you remember the Outlaws getting cheered more than LOD in those matches?
No, no, not at all. Because look, in reality, we were still very young in this, and they had been around and been on top of the mountain for 15 years, 20 years maybe. And so, no, there was by no mistake, make no mistake about it, they were the baby faces, and that's why we didn't swim upstream. Even if we were going to be baby faces working with somebody else on TV, we still play the heel role tonight, and we cheat to win and retain our titles or whatever.